Okay, so children, when we discussed about air pressure, we have seen that the air always moves from a high pressure area to the low pressure area, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
Air always moves from a high pressure area to low pressure area. So the movement of air from a high pressure area to low pressure area, that is called wind.
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 Okay. Okay. Then, children, there are three types of wind. Which are the three types of wind?
Ma'am,
Permanent wind, seasonal wind, and local wind.
permanent winds,
Permanent wind,
seasonal
Permanent
winds,
wind, seasonal
seasonal
wind,
wind,
local winds.
local wind.
local wind. Okay, so permanent, you just have to remind the meaning of the term. Okay, so permanent means, children, constantly it blows throughout the year
Permanent
only in a
means
particular direction. Okay, it won't change its direction in that year. That means constantly it blows only to a particular direction throughout the year. Okay, so example,
Monsoon in India.
westerlize. Okay, children, the wind is named after the direction in which it blows. Okay, then seasonal wind. Seasonal wind, it
ma'am,
changes its direction in different
that type of
winter
winds change
season.
their
It will
direction.
change the direction. For example, monsoon wind in India. Okay, it will change its direction in different seasons. Okay, then local wind, the term local, okay, which is applied only to a small area. Okay, so that only it blows only a particular period or a day, only to a small area. Okay, example,
Ma'am,
land and sea breeze.
Blue
Okay, Loo.
And
Okay,
breeze
these
and
are
sea
the
breeze.
breeze.
examples for the local wind. Okay, is it clear to you, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Smriti.
ma'am, we didn't discuss about the major pressure belts and wind system. Is it important?
Sorry.
Ma'am, we didn't discuss about the major pressure belts.
No, no, Smriti, I cannot hear you.
Ma'am, can
Send
you
a
repeat?
message, please.
We didn't discuss about air, something like that.
Okay. So, children, now we were moving to discuss about moisture. Okay. Moisture, what is called a humid day, or what is humidity? Then about the different types of rainfall. Okay, now we were going to discuss about this all. Smriti sent a message. After then, we did not discuss about, yes, that we will do later, Smriti. Okay. So listen, local wind we have completed. Okay, so now we will discuss about moisture. Okay, see children, when water evaporates from the land due to sun's heat, water evaporates from the land and different water bodies, it become water vapor. That means due to sun's heat, water in the water bodies, it will change into water vapor. Okay, so moisture in the air, that means if the amount of water vapor, if it is full, that means when the air is full of water vapor, we call it as a humid day. We often used to say the about the climate. If we were visiting the hill stations or any mountain areas, we will often used to say that it is very humid. Okay, what do you mean by humid? Means when the air is full of water vapor. Okay, that means due to sun's heat, water evaporates and water will changes into water vapor, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so when the air is full of water vapor, we will call it as a humid day. Okay, humid climate. That means sometimes it is very hot. This humidity will make us very hot, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so as the air gets warmer, its capacity to hold the water vapor increases, and so it become more and more humid. That means if the air gets warmer, the temperature, okay, so its capacity to hold this water vapor increases, so it will be more and more humid. And on a humid day, the air is full of water vapor, so what will happen? The evaporation will be very slow. Okay, see children, if we dry clothes during a humid day, it would take a long time to if dry the clothes. You know why?
Because to heat.
Because the evaporation. Okay, that means the air is full of water vapor. Okay, so it would take a long time to dry the clothes.
It will
Okay.
take long time to reach.
Are you following me, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So when the water vapor rises, it start cooling. We know about water cycle. You have learned about water cycle. When the water vapor, when it rises, it start cooling, and the water vapor condenses, causing formation of droplets of water. That means when it condenses, it will change into clouds, and when these droplets of water become too heavy to float in the air, then they come as precipitation. Okay, see children, water vapor, it will condenses and it will form clouds, and the clouds, when it is too heavy, clouds are the masses of these droplets of water. Okay, so when these droplets of water become too heavy to float in the air, it will come down in the form of rain as precipitation. It precipitates. Okay, so here only thing, one thing you have to remind, you know, children, about the evaporation. That means on a humid day, the evaporation will be very slow because the air is very thick and it is very dense. Okay, so the humid day air is full of water vapor. Okay, if the amount of water vapor, if it is too high in the air, we will call it as a humid day. Okay, then water, due to sun's heat, water means water will changes into water from the water bodies. It will rise up, it will change into water vapor, and water vapor, when it condenses, it will form clouds, and it come down in the form of rain, isn't it? You have learned about evaporation, condensation, precipitation and all, isn't it, children?
We only learned about.
Sorry.
Ma'am, evaporation and condensation we learned, but precipitation we didn't.
Precipitation means when this, I mean, when this clouds, okay, that is come down in the form of rain. That is meant by precipitation. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Yes. And children, so rain, okay, that means when the clouds, when these droplets of water, okay, when it is too heavy to float in the air, it will come down to earth, okay, in the form of rain. Okay, that is known as precipitation. And you know, children, there are three types of rain. Okay, that's based on the mechanism. There are the rainfall. Okay, it is being classified into three. The first one, it is convectional rainfall. Listen to me, children. After then you can write. See, convectional rainfall, it is the same as we just discussed now. That means that insolation heats the earth. What is insolation?
And
Solar energy, right?
the
Yes, solar radiation or solar energy. It heats the earth and water changes into water vapor. And when air rises, see children, here you can see the picture. Okay, that means the water from the different water bodies, it will means due to sun's heat, it will change into water vapor, and most air rise up, and when it cools, it will form into clouds, and clouds, when when it is too heavy to float in the air, it will come down in the form of rain. Okay, so such type of rainfall, that is known as convectional rainfall. So there were three types of rainfall. The first one is convectional rainfall, which means that due to sun's heat, water evaporate, will changes into water vapor. Water vapor will changes into clouds, and clouds will come down. Okay, when it condenses, it will come down in the form of rain. So the usual what you have learned about water cycle. Okay, so such type of rainfall, it is known as convectional rainfall. Is it okay, children? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. It's clear.
Okay. Now you can write down.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Sridudra, are you there?
Ma'am, this sentence is there in text.
It's not there in the textbook. Textbook
No,
only.
Ma'am,
Yes,
on the basis
yes,
of,
Ameya.
mechanism,
See, in
there are
textbook
three-
only the name is given. That is the different types of rainfall. Okay. See, children, listen to me. Yes, yes. Okay, that means, warm air will rise up. And yes, cold air only it will sink. Okay, that means warm air, when the air is getting heated, it will become lighter. Clear, Smriti? Okay. See, listen. Children, convectional rainfall, based on the mechanism in which it rains. Okay, rainfall is classified into three types. Okay, that is convectional rainfall, orographic rainfall, and one more is there, that is cyclonic rainfall. Okay, convectional, orographic, and cyclonic rainfall. So convectional rainfall is the same we have discussed about water cycle. That means water from due to sun's heat, water from the water bodies, different water bodies like sea, I mean ocean, rain, sorry, river. Okay, from these water bodies, water will evaporate. Okay, and moist air rises means when the air, when it heated, it will become thinner, lighter. Okay, then when as it rises up, the temperature is low, right? Okay, so it will cool and condensation occurs. That means it will change as clouds. Okay, then when these clouds, okay, when it is too heavy to float in the air, when these clouds means these are the masses of heavy droplets of water, isn't it? So when it is too heavy to float in the air, it will come down in the form of rain. Okay, that is, here it is evaporation, here it is condensation, here it is precipitation. Okay. So that types of rainfall is known as convectional rainfall. Is it clear, children? Ameya, is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The other one, that is orographic rainfall. When you hear the term orographic, okay, children, it is something related to the mountain areas or hilly regions. Okay, so orographic means mountain areas or hilly regions. See, children, this type of rainfall, okay, this orographic rainfall moist air lifted as it moves over a mountain. So this rainfall is something related to the mountain areas or hilly regions as well. Children, moist air as it moves over a mountain, air rises and cools and orographic clouds forms. Okay, that means related to the mountain, okay, mountain or the hilly region. So such types of rainfall is known as orographic rainfall. That means the rainfall that is related to the mountain areas or the hilly regions as well. So when moist air, when it is lifted, as it moves over a mountain, here you can see the picture. Okay. So they will form, orographic clouds will form, and it will come down as in the form of rain, that is known as orographic rainfall. So just think about mountain areas. When you hear the term orographic, just remind the term mountain areas or hilly regions.
Ma'am, in the
As it
textbook,
moves over a mountain or a hilly region, hills, okay, as well. Anthony, Zeba, Malavika, please switch on your videos, all of you. Vaiga. Sridudra, is there any network issue? Anantakrishnan, Amar, Francis, Amita. I think most of your videos are off. Is it my problem? Anthony?
no, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you share the board again? Ma'am, can you share the screen?
Okay. Now, the third one, that is cyclonic rainfall. Okay. Listen to me, children. The cyclonic rainfall, this occurs when warm and cold air meet each other. When warm and cold air, when it meet each other, the cyclonic rainfall, it occurs. Okay, see children, since warm air here, some spelling mistakes are here, spelling errors. See children, since warm air is lighter, it rises above the cold air. See, when the air is getting heated, it will be lighter or thinner. So it rises above the cold air. So the rising air, the warm air, it will become cool, resulting in heavy rainfall that is known as cyclonic rainfall. Okay, see children, since warm air is lighter, it rises above the cold air. See here you can see the picture. See, warm air will rise up. Okay, it will rise above the cold air. So this warm air, it will start to cool. Okay, it will start to cool, which result in heavy rainfall that is known as cyclonic rainfall. Okay, see, basically you have to know in this chapter you have to know only about the name of these three types of rainfall. That is orographic, convectional, and cyclonic rainfall. Okay, which are the three types of rainfall?
Ma'am, cyclonic,
Cyclonic,
Ma'am,
orographic,
orographic and
convectional
convectional.
rain. Okay, so how do these rains are formed? Okay, that is just I have told you. Then
Ma'am,
you know,
here in the
children,
textbook, ma'am,
you
for
have
the
to see one more point is there. jet planes. Okay, that you underline. Jet planes flying in the sky leave a white trail behind them. See, whenever sometimes when we were just observing the sky, we can see a white trail. Have you
Yes,
noticed
ma'am.
the
Yes,
children?
yes. Yes, ma'am. And
Do
my
you know how it
brother says
happened?
that.
Huh?
Ma'am, it is from the jet planes, ma'am.
Ah,
Ma'am, they are emitting the gear.
okay. See, children, underline moisture from their engine condenses. The moisture, okay, from their engine, when it condenses, it will leave a white trail behind it. Okay, underline that. And when we can see the trails of this condensed moisture for some time when there is no air movement to disturb it. Only for some time we could see that if there is air movement, if it is there, it will fade.
Yes, ma'am. It will not stay for a long time. As it
Yeah, ma'am, it will go
was-
faster.
Okay. And see, children.
Ma'am, can I share, ma'am, please? Ma'am, can I share the cyclic?
Sorry,
Ma'am, can I share the cyclic rainfall?
cyclonic rainfall.
So, yes, my cyclonic rainfall.
Yes. See,
Ma'am,
when
here-
warm air and cold air, when it meets together, cyclonic rainfall occurs. Okay.
Ma'am,
How it
excuse me, ma'am.
happened?
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, in the textbook for orographic rainfall, they also given the name relief.
Relief rainfall. Yes, yes. There is
so-
one more other name is there. Orographic or relief.
Ma'am, so the rainfalls that we experience in hill stations and mountains, all of them are orographic.
Not all, okay, not all, but most of this time this can be happen. That means when the moist air, when it lifted over a mountain, orographic clouds will form. Okay, so that is something related to the orographic area. That means mountain. The term orographic means, you know, mountain. Okay, mountain areas. Oh, yes. Then a hilly region. Okay, so orographic cloud means that the clouds which are formed over a mountain.
Okay, ma'am.
Cyclonic means that when warm and cold air, when it meets together, it will condenses, okay, and it will form cyclonic rainfall. Okay, heavy rainfall.
Can I share,
Then,
can I share the board?
yes. And now, children, there are many factors are given as, do you know?
Ma'am, other forms
Did
of
we mark that all?
Ma'am, yes,
And we didn't mark the last, do you know?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then about cyclone, you know, about a disastrous event which was happened in Odisha. It was given in the textbook, page number 25. That means it was happened on 17th October 1999, and flooding on the major rivers of Odisha, and it caused a destruction. Many millions of people has been affected by this cyclone. Picture is given in the textbook. And about this one, okay, about pressure belt. Okay, just I will. Yes. See, children, the picture is given in your textbook. I think it is more clear than this picture.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. See, children, we know that the air, it is always moved from a high pressure area to low pressure area, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Shall I stop share?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, you
yeah.
can.
Okay. So you can see the picture here in the textbook, right?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am, we have it in
So
the
children,
textbook.
Yes, ma'am.
the major pressure belt and wind system. See, children, a, a wind, okay, it is always moves from a high pressure area to low pressure area. So here, polar, here high pressure to low pressure means that in the polar region, how would be the pressure? We have discussed about high pressure area and low pressure area, isn't it?
The pressure in poles will be very high.
Ah, high. Okay, why it is very high pressure found in the polar region?
Ma'am, because the insulation doesn't reach
Only
the
a few,
poles.
yes, only least sunlight or the amount of insolation, it varies from place to place. Okay, that means the places that are close to the equator, it is getting the vertical rays of the sun, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So as and when we move towards the poles, the amount of insolation, it is decreasing. So the places, children, if the insolation, high pressure areas means that how how high pressure area which has been created.
Ma'am, cold and heavy air.
Yes, that means in areas having high temperature, if there is polar region, the temperature is very low, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so
Yes, ma'am.
it will create, if the temperature is low, it will create
high pressure area.
high pressure area, isn't it?
But cold.
Yes. Okay, the air is cool. If the temperature is cool, that means that the air is also very cool, right? So it will create, if the temperature is low, it will create a high pressure area. So polar regions, we know that the temperature, it is very cool, isn't it? Because the sun rays is very least sunlight is available in the polar region. So it would experience a high pressure, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
children, a wind always moves from a high pressure area to
Low pressure area.
low pressure
pressure
area,
area.
isn't it? Okay.
ma'am.
See, children, so the polar regions, it is marked with the high pressure areas. Okay. Then come to the tropical regions. It's an average or the medium,
Moderate.
yes, moderate climate, isn't it, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
so children, just near to the equator, there the temperature is very high, so that,
And the pressure is very low.
yes. Okay, so low pressure area, it is associated with, if the temperature is high, it will create a low pressure area. Okay, so it would be associated with the cloudy skies as well, isn't it? Okay, so here from this, we could understand that wind, it always moves from a high pressure area to low pressure area. So the polar regions, there it experiences a high pressure, high pressure area. So from there, when it comes to equator, it moves from that direction. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
From high pressure to low pressure area. Okay. See, children, there are some questions given in the back side of the textbook. Just see that.
Ma'am, answer the following questions.
Yes.
Ma'am, we didn't discuss the do you know which is other forms of precipitation.
Yeah, ma'am, we didn't discuss the last, do you know?
Which one?
Ma'am,
Page number, ma'am, the do you know on the page number 27.
27. Yeah, other forms of precipitation. Yeah. Rain is a form of precipitation. Okay. So other forms of rain precipitations are snow, sleet, hail. Okay. Yes, I'll show you that. Forgot to tell you about it. Sorry. It's the time to wind up our session.
No, ma'am, 2 more. Yes, ma'am, 2 more minutes.
Okay. Okay, children. Next period when you come, we have to mark the question answers. You just find out the question answers of pick the correct answer and match the following and give reason. And also you have to, there are some other questions given in the backside, that is puzzle. A crossword puzzle is given. Okay, so you just complete it and come for the next period. And
Okay, ma'am.
also you just keep your politics textbook with you. If we get time, we will move on with, we will just start an introduction about our next chapter from politics. Women change the world. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So who is absent, children, today? Who is absent?